Sky Ripper's armature. The stuff that dreams are made of. Engineers' dreams, anyway. The device was intricate. No one alive had the skill to make a thing like it. How was it part of a weapon at all? He'd have to ask a scientist. But first, he'd get the second piece. Sky Ripper had a heart. A core that had come to rest.
It's convenient that they're right next to each other.
I know, right?
There was another island he could reach. Zenobia had just invaded it with her father's Raven battalions. She must be encamped there still. But fighting Zenobia now, that made no sense at all. He'd already sacrificed one friend to get this armature, was it? He didn't need to hide to face her. She would find him.
So Zenobia is the Emperor's adopted daughter.
Well, yeah, he's a frog. She's a cat.
Yep. So, this franchise has a big thing about witch girl, cat girls. Because there was obviously one in,
Omen said as well, yeah.
Yep. Who is a very similar character in a lot of ways. And,
yeah.
In this, she's kind of Renardo's ex.
Whoops. I mean, cats and foxes seem to get along pretty well.
Yep. So we can either go complete the weapon, which makes absolutely all the sense, or we can go after her, which makes literally zero of the sense.
I mean, we've already just ditched the rabbit. Might as well ditch the cat, too.
Okay.
Treasure!
He'd sacrificed his old friend Lapino to get the armature. And the armature was useless by itself, only a series of coils and wheels. War demanded sacrifices, and he would make more before the end. He would have to choose the greatest good, no matter how much it cost him.
For the greater good!
Zenobia. Well, he would see her sooner or later, across a battlefield or a sword's point before all this was over. He was sure.
She's got a lot of hip action going on.
The core. Obviously, he had to get the core.
You gotta meet her hips twirly and whirly.
Doubt something before he
Is this like Ashton Anchors, where you got creepy and weepy?
Why had he chosen the sky?
Or as I knew them, Giororo and Urun?
I just wanted an excuse to make a South Pacific reference.
I have not seen South Pacific in like 30 years.
He'd made this decision from his gut, like he always did. Somehow, he'd impulsively decided to stop being impulsive. Did that make any sense?
No.
So we've got the armature following us around now.
Yep.
Thought Renardo.
What exactly do you do? Will I help out the doctor in the lab?
What the hell is happening?
Well, that time I was trying to make a Young Frankenstein reference.
Weirdly, I don't remember Young Frankenstein that well, even though we've watched it together in the past year.
I was gonna say, yeah. I did that at one point in the server.
Yeah. And I've definitely watched it with you.
Yep. I'd argue it's probably one of my favorite Mel Brooks films.
It's funny, like, I know it's a good movie and I enjoy it, but like, compared to Blazing Saddles and Producers, I'm kind of meh on it.
And we know Spaceballs was the first movie you remember seeing.
Yeah. Which I will admit, like, some of Mel Brooks' other movies are definitely better movies than Spaceballs. Just Spaceballs has a special place in my heart for being the first movie I remember seeing.
Also, we just pulled a Dragon Quest and jumped down a well.
Always check the well in Dragon Quest.
Exactly.
Always.
Yep. I mean, one day you may find girls' panties.
You usually find that just in random drawers in Dragon Quest.
True.
Toriyama!
I mean,
God, this game...
We've seen his craziness in Dragon Ball, too, so...
Dragon Ball, I'd argue, is like... For
There was something.
for a large part, like,
Like the earth had ruptured.
Toriyama at his most restrained. Like, I know Dr. Slump gets even weirder. And Dragon Quest has its... He isn't even the one writing it, but it has moments where it's just like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's kind of like with the Don Bluth films. Usually the best ones are when he's able to be free, but not too free. Like, he has to be restrained a little bit, otherwise we get stuff like Rockadoodle.
I saw that in theaters. I remember nothing about it, but I know I saw it in theaters. And Troll in Central Park, saw that in theaters.
Yeah. Man, I did some good combos
There
there.
were fewer and fewer trees. There were only these huge crystalline growths. Had those been here before? He no longer heard birds except for the feverish cawing of the ravens when they attacked.
So
He
there
couldn't
are...
smell the small animals of the forest. The mice and rabbits. Where had they gone? And he was getting hungry too. This was an unhealthy place to be.
So there's actual animals and then there's the anthropomorphic animals?
Apparently.
Ronaldo felt like he was ready to learn new things. Thank goodness he didn't have to go to school for that.
I know, imagine if you just had to, like, walk up to an altar and be like, teach me something. Okay, perfect strike. Attack immediately when the previous attack hits to land a perfect strike. Bonus damage and double combo bonus. Hell yeah! I was gonna say, this looks like a boss, a fighting area.
You say boss things, and I'm here just kind of laughing to myself. Because again, it's been a while since I've played this game, like 5 or 6 years, but I do remember a distinct thing that Omen Sight definitely had over it.
Yeah.
Look, I'm sorry we keep comparing this to Omen Sight. It's just, we LP'd that first, and it kind of bears comparison.
Yeah. Also, we did Beacon Pines, which is a similar style, I think, to it, too. Well, hello there.
The 20-sided core made him feel physically sick.
Oh, it's a D20.
Once he had sneaked into a
Are we playing
temple
Tunic
dark
again?
island,
Maybe.
he didn't like what he smelt and saw
We are a
there.
fox.
This felt like
Maybe
that.
this is the prequel to Tunic.
As quick as he could, he wrangled the icosahedron into the armature. The wheels began to spin, then glow. The sick feeling quickly spun away. Now he only felt sad. He had lost good friends for this war apparatus. He carried his prize back to the Farfarer. Now, he had to make his next move. There was a key Imperial outpost on the Nexus. If this really was some sort of super weapon, he could use it to wreak havoc on the enemy. And if it wasn't, well, better to know that before the final battle. But maybe he should show it to some scientists first. There was an observatory on the Nexus. Maybe he should go there before he fired it.
So we can either be trigger happy, or we can go talk to some scientists.
You know what? We got this fancy doodad. Let's go crazy.
Renato had never been much of a student. At Swordfu School, he'd never read the books, just looked at the pictures. And Zenobia. But weapons, he
What's
understood.
new,
His
pussycat?
gut told him that the sky
Whoa.
would work great. He would use it to take out the Imperial outpost. And what's the worst that could happen? The thing wouldn't work, and then he'd take it to the scientists, right?
Yeah, makes sense.
Exactly. As he set
flux of
out
action.
down the path, Renato wondered why the parts of the Sky Ripper had only surfaced now, thousands of years after the Transcendent Emperor had discarded it. This Emperor, Isengrim III, had performed terrible, bloodthirsty rituals to invoke the lost gods. Perhaps that was bringing up lost artifacts. How perfect, then, that the Sky Ripper would reappear to be his destruction.
Sounds logical to me, I think.
Man, this ran so much worse on my old computer.
I'm just happy I'm not hearing a constant whirling of fans now.
But, like, I remember when I played this back in the day, like, this section specifically made my computer just start to chuff.
And I bet you were quite chuffed at the chuffed.
I was.
Well, it's not fun to be chuffed at the chuffed.
No, it's not fun to be chuffed at the chuffed. I was chuffed about being chuffed at the chuffed.
And by that logic, I'd be chuffed at you being chuffed at the chuffed.
Mm-hmm. Interesting set pieces that are never explained.
Well, you see, there was this dragon made of crystal, and she lost her spark.
That would be such a weird friggin' crossover, except would it?
I mean, to be fair, we don't know if there's any humans in this world.
We do not. The Harbinger from Omen Sight was kinda human-shaped, and nobody knew what it was.
Yeah.
Oh no, a wizard.
Oh, warlock.
Oh no, a warlock.
It's like a wizard. And apparently it self-destructs. Unguard.
As you level up, combat does get easier, which becomes useful later.
Yes.
For speeding through things that you've seen. I mean, we're going in a straight linear path, right? Everything's fine here.
Exactly. Oh no, my apples!
No! It's gonna eat that.
I know. Maybe if I got 100 of them, I would get an extra
No
life.
sense collecting more materials. It was time to make something pointy.
We're gonna make a gnome?
Out of ore.
I mean,
He
we
was
probably could.
tired of slaughtering ravens. Maybe it was time
But
to test out the
chest!
He turned a knob on the Sky Ripper. It made strange mechanical noises. The wheels spun faster. It began to hum. The Sky Ripper was following his every step. At least it acknowledged him as the master. But there was no trigger. How was he supposed to fire it? Fire, he said. Nothing happened. Well, maybe it just needed to warm up. After all, it hadn't been fired in thousands of years. Oh, they really ought to put a railing on this thing, he thought.
Oh, it's fine. I can't fall down. It's not like Stanley Parable.
Again, I do genuinely enjoy some of the narration in this game.
Apples!
It is definitely more willing to make fun of itself than,
Let's see, can I... Ooh, I can upgrade my hero sword. Let's see, can I do anything else? No. But I can upgrade this.
His trusty old sword was always a little better when he sharpened it.
Ooh, I can do magics now. I haven't found any gems yet, so...
I'm trying to remember where the hell you find the gems.
I guess we'll find out eventually. No, I'm not trying to use the workbench. I'm trying to do the smashy smash.
That looks like a special chest over there, and I want it.
Yeah, might have to go around, because I don't see a hook shot anywhere. Well, howdy doodly doo.
Oh! I saw that. The Sky Ripper is angry.
Yeah, it's gonna rip your sky anew.
So yes, once you have the Sky Ripper complete, it will shoot at enemies and just zap them.
The Sky Ripper was making a whining noise now. Its wheels were spinning so fast he could no longer see them. Bernardo had a thought. Please? He asked. The Sky Ripper began to glow. Boom! The outpost burst into flame. Ravens flapped out screaming, wings on fire. The base was his.
Huzzah!
The far speaker toad came hopping out. Bernardo! It croaked,
That's not a
sounding like
frog.
toad version of Zenobia.
Don't use the Sky Ripper. It will destroy the world.
Yeah, sure it will, cracked Bernardo. Pull the other one.
If you don't trust me, go see Calaveras. He'll tell you the same thing.
Oh, she would say that. That sounded sensible. Why did she always have to sound sensible all the time? Oh, it was infuriating. Of course she would say that. He was supposed to hurry and bring the Sky Ripper to the council so the rebels could actually win the war. But what if she was right? Damn it.
Aha. I think Reynardo may be losing it a little.
Maybe.
Eh.
We can either talk to an old wise man, or we can bring it to the rebels to do things.
I mean, come on, we've come this far. We gotta start blowing shit up.
Okay.
Once, he would not let Zenobia get into his head with her logic and her wisdom and her appeals to reason. He was a fox. He'd go with his instincts, and it would all work out like it
Just
always
like
did.
the fantastic Mr.
He was
Fox.
sounding like a reckless idiot, even to himself. But if there was one thing Reynardo could never bring himself to do, it was turn back on a decision he'd made. Imperials were flapping and cawing all around the ruins. They must be panicking with rumors flying of the superweapon. Maybe they hoped to find and destroy the base before he could put the Sky Ripper into action. The Sky Ripper was whining and heating up. It would be time to use that energy soon.
And now that we have magical power, we have an MP bar that we can restore.
Yep.
For the Wind Sword, it's healing magic, as I recall.
I think so. Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Hang on, let me check over here real quick.
Smashing things was fun.
It is. Hey! Fine.
Oh my god. That pot is Morgan Kell! Go
Ha!
watch the battle deck. Oh, no, wait, it's dead.
But no, my shiny. Must get. Okay, fine. Let's see. Slow down time after a successful counter on your next action. Take a breather and plan your next move.
Missed his old skills. He welcomed them back like he was at a reunion.
What kind of a reunion is that? Ha! You're not losing that apple.
Nom, 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 nom.
This chest had teaspoons stolen from every inn in Boreas. Oh, and something more useful.
That sort of dumb joke I love in this game.
Okay, I just did that, so no point in that. Oh. Don't think I can do anything with you yet. Howdy!
So all of y'all may have noticed something.
That you're adorable.
What was Zenobia talking about?
Hey.
It was a fantastic weapon. Ravens burst into flames with just a touch of its kill beam.
You may have noticed there's not a lot of variation in the
Didn't want to
enemies.
accidentally slice off some council toad's head or tongue. Yeah, she'd been trying to distract him. Well, this time, no one was going to distract him. Sleep tight, thought Renato.
Yep, it's a healer's.
Okay. Yeah, you may have noticed that all of the enemies are pretty much the same. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't need to kill them all, but I felt I had to.
A lever? That was new. Most people still use doorknobs.
What's a doorknob?
The long stairs. So he was close to the rebel base. Nothing was on fire. So far, so good.
Uh-oh. I live somehow. Anyone got any apples? I'm down to literally 1 health.
I don't think that was an activate, I think that was a shove.
Chamber. Renato felt everyone watching him.
Hi.
You saved the rebellion, said the council speaker. Frankly, we were afraid you'd turn aside to save that idiot Lapino. If you never make sacrifices, he said, you're probably not doing the right thing.
Sometimes,
The speaker nodded.
to make an omelet,
Are
you gotta
ready
break a
to
few
lead the
rabbits.
charge? Let's roll, he
Delicious.
said, with grim satisfaction. Renato set sail for the fleet. The Sky Ripper had lost its wine. It was humming now, as if it had taken some time to seat properly. He had always been irresponsible. This time, he'd done the right thing, made the hard decisions. He was a real hero. He hadn't let himself be distracted by old friends or old lovers turned enemies. Finally, he could be proud of himself.
Lovers to enemies, that's a trope, right?
Probably.